Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Oh, yeah. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
It's a gain of 3.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That's Ibuka in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Baker gonna give it to Irving, trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 2nd and a yard. They run on the jet sweep. And he's in! Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Seahawks 0.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
That's good.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Here's Darnold again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Darnold to throw again. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Seattle.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. He'll work forward for a couple. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
And the Buccaneers
First catch of the game for Evans, and he's got that first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle by Leonard Williams. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks' 19-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Mayfield. Now he'll run it. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Irving will take it in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Chase McLaughlin lining up
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Buccaneers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Seahawks 3. Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. Christian Izzian there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here comes 2nd and 4. The give. This is Irving. Oh, a loose football. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Here's Irving, and he'll manage to get to the 33. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. at the 33-yard line.
Second down and 8. Now Mayfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. Now it's going to be third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is fourth down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
At their own
The Seahawks offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
Here's Michael Dixon now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. To return is Johnson. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Baker to throw. He'll step up and run. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
First down.
They got to do a better
Tampa Bay.
job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
Complete
And
to
no
Chris
chance to
Godwin.
turn and go.
2 yards
That
on
one
the
good
pickup.
for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Jaron Reed in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area, you have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Moving the tight end right. On 3rd down, it's Irving. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Buccaneers going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun, on third down, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Kobe Bryant. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Irving. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd, they need 8. Mayfield. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing, Darnold. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Darnold to throw on second down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Rolling right, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bucs have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. That is left side and caught by Evans. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Out right and catch me. That's Ibuka. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Now, this looks like a design run. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
14. First down, Tampa Bay.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That's Ibuka in motion. On first down is Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It leads to second.
Up until that
10.
incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Moving to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Baker Mayfield on the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Now, Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. Going up top. He's got it! And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. That goes for 58.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 15-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They run with Walker. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
Seahawks.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good, and the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Buccaneers 20, Seahawks 10. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Johnson now to return. Uh-oh. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irving. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Right back to Irving. He'll manage only a couple. Josh Jobe brings him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Tyrese Knight on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now, Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Defense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Buccaneers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to take over just before the half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Putting the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll step up and run this. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Seahawks
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut into that lead.
Before every game, we see these kickers. They have a very set and clear routine. We're down there on the field a lot of the times when they're working through it. They start in close, and then they work their way progressively back towards midfield. They end up taking the last couple kicks right around the logo, and that routine certainly paid off here.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. The run up the middle, and it's Walker. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He takes off.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It is third and 10. Here's Mayfield. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken.
Seahawks take over first.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. He'll get this out wide. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Darnold. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is the former Pro Bowler, Hassan Reddick, getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there, just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bucs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go again with White. And he will pick up a 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to White. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup there of 13. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
13 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll take this down to the 47. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
2nd down and 8. They go play action with Mayfield. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. DeMarcus Lawrence gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
So the 2 components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. To the middle, it's Cup. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
That's good for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Levante David doing his work on defense.
36-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Darnold. Into space at the 45. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll get this complete. It's Cup again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. The throw on 1st down is Darnold. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Walker. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Backed up to the 3, it's 2nd and goal. Darnold to throw. He's got his big tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Seahawks 20. Jason
After the
Myers
TD,
kicking off
Myers
for
comes on
Seattle.
now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
The 49-yard line.
The Bucs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. On play action, Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
17
And
yards, the gain
Buccaneers
there.
first down.
Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 17
They hit
yards.
another 17.
And a
Back-to-back
Buccaneer
plays of
first down.
17 yards. And another first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. And let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa.
Tampa Bay.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead.
Seahawks 20.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
Well, Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Throwing, Darnold. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
That's fielded at about the 18. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Tariq Woolen on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Now a toss left side for White. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
First down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Baker going to hand it to White. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
That's caught. It's Evans. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 32.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 32 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them. Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll run with White. A short game. Down to the 7.
Rashad White, the ball carrier. Brought down by Ernest Jones. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. It's Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
It is brought in the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Seahawks 20.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of
Similar
7.
to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Get this complete to Horton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of
Pickup
11.
of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike,
2nd and
especially
5
outside of the
at their
numbers,
48-yard
everything
line.
is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's Darnold again. Exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd down and 3.
Hey, switch!
Darnold now to throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
15 yards on the play.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. He'll run again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now they'll set up to throw. There he goes again. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Here's Walker. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught by the tight ends. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now the point after try from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10.
37. Seahawks 27. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Buccaneers offense, running back Rashad White, ready for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Drive begins with a run by White. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
No chance at all. He'll go down. It's Kobe Bryant that time, up from his safety spot, gets there to make the play.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Out right and catch made. That's Ibuka. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll get about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Baker. That one is caught by Ibuka. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Complete to Sean Tucker. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. It's Otten in motion. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Buccaneers are able to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 44, Seahawks 27.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seahawks offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Darnold. That's taken in by Horton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 19 on that pass play. 1st down, Seattle.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Darnold to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Darnold to the air once more. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
That's a 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one, taken in. Cooper, up, touchdown Seahawks.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Buccaneers 44. Seahawks 34.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Now it's White. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. from the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll send a tight end in motion right. He'll go again with White. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs add on to their lead. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the Seahawks 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
He'll step up and run this. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
8 yards on the
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Here's Darnold. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.